Are you a beer league hockey player that hates getting burned by younger guys on the ice? Most players think they need to work harder to skate faster, but what you lack is strategy. I've coached everyone, from WHL players and NCAA athletes to men in their 30s, 40s, and even 60s. And the guys who get faster all have this one thing in common. They follow a proven system that gets results on repeat. In this video, I'm revealing the 5 stages to rebuilding elite speed, the same system my athletes use to dominate younger players on the ice. Which brings us into stage 1, restoring movement. Your tight hips and low back aren't from a lack of stretching. They're from sitting all day. Most guys live the exact same cycle. Sitting at a desk all day, heading straight to late night beer league, making your hips feel like absolute trash. I know it because I've experienced it firsthand. Sitting all day leading to turned off glutes, weak abs, and tight hips. But here's the thing, you're not just tight, you're just undertrained in the right areas. So steal my lengthen and strengthen method to regain hip function so you can have more speed on the ice. Moving into step 1. Lengthen. Here we're actively lengthening out your hips and your glutes for more range of motion. You can train this with a couch stretch and glute bridge holds, starting off with 30 seconds and gradually progressing to a minute. But here's the problem. If you only build length, you can't keep it. Your body only lets you move into positions that you can control. If you can stretch into a position, but your muscles aren't strong there, your body will tighten back up to protect yourself. That's why we build strength in step 2. We focus on active strength in deeper ranges. Training this with hip flexor raises, driving your knee as high as you can, getting as much tension at the top of the movement. Now the next thing is using high box step ups. The box needs to be high so you can build strength within that deeper range with your hip. By doing both of these, you can finally get rid of those achy hips after hockey. Once you've done this, you're primed for stage 2, the agility accelerator. You don't lose races because you're slow, you lose them because you can't change direction fast enough. I hear it from beer leaguers all the time. I'm fast at top speed, but I'm super slow to transition. Here's why. Think of your stride like a slingshot. You're constantly loading and exploding. But if you can't load and withstand that force, you're gonna leak energy every time you step on the ice. And this is exactly why most players never take chances within games. Because their slow agility leads them to getting burned by those 20-year-olds on the ice. Now the key with agility isn't just moving fast, it's stopping fast. Teaching your body to slam the brakes, absorb force, that way you can redirect it faster. So train it with depth drops, teaching your body to absorb force efficiently, lateral hop and holds, building edge control, and ankle stiffness. And lastly is using 45-degree bounds, developing the exact angle you use on the ice. By doing this, you can minimize that lag time behind stopping and starting. That way you can win more races on the ice. And if you're a guy who still cares about dominating and want my proven system to feeling faster in 30 days, hit the link below. I only take on a few serious players every month. But even if you can stop fast, it means nothing without raw power. Moving into stage 3, hockey-specific horsepower. The strongest guys in the gym aren't always the fastest on the ice. Everyone knows the guy who can squat a house, but still loses races to the puck. That's because gym strength isn't hockey strength. I've learned this myself. I was super strong for my own body weight, but every time I'd push into the ice, I'd feel nothing. No pop, no drive, just wasted effort. Why? Because hockey is a single leg sport. If you can't generate and control force on one leg, your strength never transfers onto the ice. So here's the 3-phase blueprint I use with players to build real on-ice power. Phase 1 is all about building control. If you can't land on one leg without wobbling, you can't generate real force. You can train this with zigzag cones, going for 3 sets of 6 per leg, focusing on immediate stop as soon as your foot touches the floor. Once you build control, you can now move on to phase 2, building force. Now we add single leg strength, using Bulgarian split squats or reverse lunges, focusing on pushing heavier weights with control, with a 4 to 6 rep range. Once you've built force, now you can move into phase 3, speed transfer. This is where we turn that strength into speed. By dropping the weight and focusing on the speed of your movements. You can train this with reverse lunges to a step up, going for 3 sets of 3 per leg, focusing on the speed of the movement. By doing each of these, you can build better horsepower behind each stride. Now the real magic is when you can turn this power into game-ready speed, which brings us into the next stage. Stage 4, the speed transfer system. You can be strong, you can be powerful, but if you still lose races to the puck, your nervous system isn't firing fast enough. I had this one client come to me after losing that pop within his stride. He'd lose races to every loose puck, not knowing what was wrong. After looking at his workouts, it was clear what he was doing wrong. Not training alactic power. Alactic power is the purest form of hockey speed. It's your ability to produce max speed up to 12 seconds. Here are the 3 keys to improving this. Number 1 is max intent burst. This is an all-out sprint, but for a very short time. Most players can't sprint, so you can do squat jumps, air bike sprints, or treadmill sprints. The goal of this is teaching your body to hit top power instantly. And once you've done that, what you need is long rest times. This is the part that most players skip. You can't build speed when you're tired. So you need at least 60 seconds to 90 seconds of complete rest. Because short rest is conditioning, whereas long rest builds power. Now the last thing is focusing on low, high quality reps. Speed dies when reps get sloppy. So with these in particular, we keep the volume low, meaning 10 sprints maximum. That way each burst is fast and explosive. This is how my players can get faster just within 12 days. But even if you have alactic power, it means nothing if you gas out halfway through your shifts. And that's exactly what we fix in the next stage. Stage 5, building third period speed. If your skating speed dies in the second period, it's not a speed issue, it's a stamina issue. Dragging your legs through the third, losing races you won earlier, and getting scored on because you can't keep up, no one wants to be that guy. And yet every player I work with shows up with the exact same issues. Fast in the first, average in the second, and dead by the third. Why? Because your body can't clear fatigue fast enough. As the game goes on, your legs flood with fatigue. And the only thing that clears that fatigue and gets your power back is your aerobic system. Think of this as your energy generator, allowing you to have energy all game long and recover between shifts. So train it with intervals like this. 2 minutes at the highest steady pace you can maintain, followed by a minute of rest, repeated for 6 to 8 rounds. By building this base, you can maintain your speed in the third period as you had in the first. By doing each of these 5 stages, you can outskate the younger guys on the ice. But here's the catch. Even if you train each stage perfectly, if you don't structure your training around your games, you'll never see full speed on the ice. That's what I break down in this next video. Click it and I'll show you how to schedule your week so your legs feel fast every time you hit the ice.